But you'll never guess, I found the coffee mug in reasonable amount of time to make it worth still having a coffee. It was on the corner of something wood, but I'd crossed paths and in my brain, and it was this corner, not the one that I was starting to get suspicious about. Yay! Coffee mug. And I just noticed, these are these funny little messages that come right when I'm on the coffee thing. I find a coffee bean sack, 150 pounds of certain coffee beans. So you guessed it, I'm going to have that last and third cup of coffee. Third and last cup of coffee sounds better. So I'll put that water back on, enjoy my brew, take my vitamins, magnesium, potassium, because I definitely, and I mentioned earlier in one of my videos, I have a horrible habit of not drinking enough water. So I'm making a strong determination to correct that. Oh, I don't think I'm getting pretty good at turning that off. There. Get my coffee water back to what I want. I don't, fuck. I can tell there's a fluff that landed. You know what? If you leave water too long, it's going to have 50 million mosquitoes and fluffs and dirt stuff in it. I should really be finding myself little lids and things that I can put over my food and over my, there. So, got my coffee grinds there, waiting. Get that new water going. I don't want to take that off of there because then that won't be protected. I think I might have something that I could, nope, I don't think that will stay on. Let's say Livy, we'll just take our chances. There's all those little fluffs. I'm gonna bring this cabinet down to the tent. One of the things I've got to figure out, if you just look around here, we have our driving area. So there'll be lots of weight of vehicles and stuff on that area. And I've got to figure out a strategy for where my septic tank and weeping bed lies. I thought it was going to be over there, but then we were chatting about it and it's like, that's exactly where in the winter time I want, where my car is, it should be able to turn and come back on a loop to get in and out of here. Is at least that's what we did last year, and we're thinking about for practical reasons, so that you don't get in here and then have not enough room if you have a trailer or something to get out. So if I have a weeping bed and septic tank over there, then I can't drive on it. So and seeing that's where the trailer is going to have to be driven into it, unless I have a back exit eventually and then never drive on it again. I don't know. So it's a difficult one to decide, but some suggestions have been made to take a few trees out up here, because it's not too far up, like just here, and put it right there. And that would be a place where I wouldn't be driving. And there's a big spot where there's almost no trees, just little, one dead and one sort of living one. So this spot right here, all I have to do is take down that tree and clear up a bit, and that might just be enough. Ideally it would have been better to be even further downhill, but maybe it has to just be dug a little deeper. I don't know. But these are my things that I got to process. And the well has to be, I think it's like 60 feet away at least. So it's hard to kind of keep all this logic in my brain because I haven't had to think these things before. I get that septic, you don't want leaking into a well. That's probably part of it. And you ideally want your septic to be downhill so it doesn't, I don't know if it risks running into your place, I don't know. But these are just thoughts and things. And if you're doing all this, I mean, you don't have to, if you're off grid, you don't have to have a septic tank. If you're composting your own waste and doing other alternative things, I'm sure there's a million different things you can do, but I've got to have a commercial license space, so these are all things that I'm going to stick with the standard for now. And I would have, I think I mentioned, love to have gone just solar off grid, but I can't afford it. It's kind of a luxury. I will over time, but I can't afford to just do it like this all at once. That's how we got into putting ourselves in a vulnerable position, moving to the first place. Too many expenses and then not bringing enough money. It was really a struggle. And then when lockdown hit, just while I was driving into different towns and cities doing my tour, I couldn't even do that for over a year. So it just, well, didn't ruin me, but ruined Urban Primitive. A 40-year business started in 1981, not under the name Urban Primitive at that time, but eventually became Urban Primitive and then incorporated. But yeah, it died. That was too much for it. So Nomad was born out of the flames. And soon I hope to have my mailbox up, my Phoenix mailbox, to symbolize and illustrate that. I want to embed in my foundation, in my sort of bottom and new beginning, hitting bottom and new beginning kind of dynamic, I want everything to have meaning in this foundational stage especially. So that's what I am working on. The bugs are not too bad right now, unless I keep moving. Anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go. I know you have better things to do, and I haven't really got much to say. I'm just more processing and things, which is a large amount of what I have to do in these days. So maybe I'll do a little video when I'm up at the chicken coop cleaning up too. It's a real dusty, messy thing, so it's hard to say. I don't want to get everything covered in dust. But have a wonderful day, and until I see you again, over and out. Don't let the mosquitoes bite too much if you're in the forest. There. Okay guys, see you later.